Hello everyone and welcome to day 11 of our lockdown yoga series. Another beautiful day here in Somerset Ramsbottom and a perfect day to practice some more Sun Salutations. So we'll get straight into it. We'll do Suri Namaskar A and Suri Namaskar B, and I'll talk you through the first one and show you the beginner level, and then on the next one I will show you how you can advance the Sun Salutation a little bit if you wanted to. So let's begin standing at the front of your mat. Have your feet together, big toes touching and heels slightly apart. Relax your knees, engage your belly, lengthen your tailbone down towards the floor. Have your arms by your sides, palms facing forwards, and then just close your eyes and take a deep inhale through the nose and exhale. One more time, inhale through the nose and exhale. One last time, inhale through the nose. Focus your mind on the present moment and exhale. And then open your eyes and bring your hands in prayer in front of your chest. Maybe set an intention for today's practice. And let's begin. So inhale, lift your arms up and stretch through the fingertips. And exhale, fold forwards over your legs, back nice and long. You can keep a little bend in the knees if you need to. Inhale, make a flat back and look forwards. Exhale, hands flat to the mat, step back into a plank. Drop your knees down and keeping the elbows in, lower all the way down, so chest chin down onto the mat. Release the toes and inhale, lift up into a cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up into downward facing dog. And have a bend in the knees in downward facing dog if you need to. You can pedal your feet down one at a time, stretching the back of the legs. Relax your shoulders, externally rotate them away from your ears. On your next inhale, look between your hands and step your feet to the front of the mat. Exhale, fold forwards over your legs. On an inhale, come all the way up to standing, lift your arms up, stretch. And exhale, hands by your sides. So this was our Sun Salutation A, Suri Namaskar A. Let's do it one more time and I'll show you the way you can advance it ever so slightly. Inhale, lift your arms up, stretch. Exhale, fold forwards, back nice and long. Inhale, make a flat back, look forwards. Exhale, hands flat to the floor, take a step back into a plank. This time, instead of dropping your knees down, see if you can keep your elbows in and lower all the way down onto the mat. Inhale, lift up into a cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes under, downward facing dog. Now, if this didn't quite work for you, you can always stay in the previous variation with your knees down onto the floor. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. You're just building your strength. It will come with time. Gaze in between your legs, feel the stretch in your back, really lift your tailbone up towards the sky in this downward facing dog. And then on your next inhale, look between your hands, step your feet to the front of the mat. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, come all the way up to standing, lift your arms up, stretch. And exhale, hands by your sides. One more time, inhale, lift your arms, stretch. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, halfway lift, make a flat back, look forwards. Exhale, hands flat to the mat, step back into a plank. So do the previous two variations, whichever you want, or you can come into Chaturanga and up dog with me. So keeping the elbows in, lower down, but don't come down onto the mat, so keep everything off the floor. And then inhale, roll onto your toes. Your legs are off the mat, and your inhale, lift up into upward facing dog. So your legs are not down on the mat, they're lifting, you're balancing on your toes. Exhale, tuck your toes under, downward facing dog. deep breath in down dog. Inhale, look between your hands, step your feet to the front of the mat. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, come all the way up to standing, lift your arms up. And exhale, hands by your sides. From here, we'll go straight into Suri Namaskar B or Sun Salutation B. So inhale, sit back into chair pose. So pretend like you're sitting down in a chair and lift your arms up. So sit as deep as you can. Ideally, thighs parallel to the floor, but if that's not possible, don't worry. You can stay up here if you need to. Weights in your heels. On an exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, see if you can start straightening your legs and make a flat back. Look forwards. You can move your hands up on your legs if you need to. Exhale, hands flat to the floor. Step back into a plank. So we're going to lower down, whichever variation you want. Knees down, cobra, knees up, cobra, or come with me into chaturanga. So you're lowering down but not all the way. And then upward dog, roll onto your toes. Keep your legs lifting. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take an inhale here. On an exhale, bring your right knee into your chest, round the spine and step it through in between your hands. You can use your right hand to guide it through to the front of the mat if you need to. Drop your left heel down onto the mat. Left toes are pointing about 45 degrees. Square your hips forwards as much as possible, and then inhale, lift your arms up and come up into warrior one. Woohoo, losing my balance. You can have your hands apart, or if you want to, you can join the palms together if that's comfortable for your shoulders. Inhale, exhale, lower your hands back down onto the mat. Take a step back into a plank. Knees up or down, cobra or chaturanga, entirely up to you. Lower down and then inhale, lift up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale here. On your exhale, bring your left knee into your chest, round the spine and step it through in between your hands. And again, do whatever you need to guide your foot in between your hands. Drop the right heel down onto the mat. Point your right toes out. Square your hips forwards as much as possible. And then inhale, lift your arms up. Warrior one. And again, have your palms separate or maybe join them together if that's comfortable for the shoulders. I am absolutely blinded by the sunshine, but it's beautiful. And then exhale, lower back down, step back into a plank, lower down whichever way you want. Inhale, up dog, and exhale, down dog. One deep breath in down dog. On your next inhale, look between your hands, step your feet to the front of the mat. Exhale, fold forwards. And then bend your knees, and on an inhale, we're going to come back into the chair pose. Hold here for a breath. And then inhale, come all the way up to standing, lift your arms up. And exhale, hands by your sides. So this was our Suri Namaskar B. Shall we do it one more time? Okay, inhale, bend your knees and lift your arms up. Chair pose. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, see if you can straighten your legs. Make a flat back, look forwards. Doesn't matter if you need to keep a bend in the knees. On an exhale, hands flat to the mat so you can step back into a plank, or if you want to add a bit more cardio to your practice, you can jump back. So back into plank or chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, down dog. Take a deep inhale here. On an exhale, right knee into your chest, round the spine. Step your right foot in between your hands. Left heel down on the mat. Inhale, come up into warrior one for a breath. Exhale, hands back down on the mat. Step back into a plank. Lower down whichever way you want. I'm doing chaturanga, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take an inhale here. Exhale, bring your left knee into your chest, round the back, step it through. Drop your right heel down onto the mat, and inhale, lift up into warrior one. Exhale, lower your hands back down, take a step back. One more time. Lower down, chaturanga or cobra upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. And don't be embarrassed by dropping your knees down. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I promise you, your strength will come with time, the more you practice. Be mindful, look after your wrists, look after your shoulders. Don't do anything that doesn't feel right for you today. Inhale, look between your hands. And again, you can step your feet to the front of the mat, or if you want to, you can jump towards the front of the mat. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, come up into a chair pose for a breath. And then come all the way up to standing. And exhale, Samasthiti. From here, let's come into a seated pose on our mat. Bring the soles of your feet together, let your knees fall out, and just sit here with a nice straight spine for a breath. And if you want to, you can grab hold of your feet, take an inhale, and on an exhale, fold forwards into this butterfly pose. One more inhale, and then come back up. Release your feet down onto the mat, and then lower all the way down onto the floor. Relax your legs, have your arms by your sides, maybe palms facing up, close your eyes, and rest in this Shavasana for a few breaths. And as always, stay here for a few more minutes if you've got the time. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed the Sun Salutations. They're quite quick, quite cardio intense. So I thought a perfect way to start your week on a Monday. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and I hope to see you on day 12. Namaste.